Hello my friends, welcome back. Leanna here. Today I'm excited to do something a little different. We're going to do a Shop My Stash because I have a ton of makeup products. And a lot of those I just don't think about using. So I have my little basket. I'm going to go through my products and pull products to use for the entire month of March. If you'd like to see what I'm going to pick, keep on watching. So we're going to start the show off with face primer, and I'm going to use this Too Faced Do You Fresh Glow Luminous Face Primer. It smells like watermelon, and it has a very, very fine shimmer to it. I actually purchased this from Marshall's and talked about it in my very first YouTube video. I'm going to use this. It's going in my basket. And along with that, and an itchy nose, I'm also going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I've had this for a while and I have used it some, but you know, I like to have options because some days I may feel like I want the dewy and some days I may feel like I don't. Here's a good little tip for this because this can be a little hard to get out of the pot. If you have long fingernails, which I do not, it makes it a little bit easier. But I keep these little spatulas from other products that I have used, and they're really good for digging out things like this. For my eye primer, I'm going to continue to use this MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. It's kind of drying to my mature eyes, but I have recently been playing around, putting it on with a little damp sponge, which seems to really help it not be quite so drying. So I'm going to continue to play around with that and see how that works out. I'm also going to try this Pretty Vulgar eye primer. This says that it's an eye primer base, which means that it has a little bit of color to it, which I prefer. I have not used this. I believe that I received it in one of my subscription boxes, and it does have just a little bit of color to it, so we'll see how that works. And now moving on into foundations. Foundations. Here are all the different foundations that I have that I rarely use because I'm still trying to figure out what's the best foundation for my mature skin and learn how to correctly use it. I'm going to pick two so that I have options because, you know, I can't commit. I gotta have options. So to broaden my horizons and try new things, I'm going to choose the IT CC Cream. This is Your Skin But Better CC Cream that has SPF 50 in it. And this is in the shade Medium. That's going in my basket. And then I'm also going to use the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the shade Soft Sand. No, I'm not. I have two. I have the Soft Sand and then I have the Natural Beige. I'm going to use the 220 Natural Beige, which was actually gifted to me by my son, and I got a lot of compliments when I wore this, so I want to give this another try. And then along with that, I have a lot of powder foundation, which is what I normally use. I'm a little bit more comfortable using this. So I'm going to choose one of those just so that I have options. I mean, we're talking about the entire month. Normally I use the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat. I have Tarte. I have three different kinds of Tarte. I have the Aqua Assurance Maybelline Fit Me. But I also have this L'Oreal Infallible, and I have seen a lot of people using this recently, so I think I'm going to try this. This is in the color 400 True Beige, so that's going in my little basket. And now for concealer. I don't normally wear concealer. I don't really feel like I need it. I know that my under eyes look a little dark right now, That's more from being tired and stressed than anything else. But I did purchase this little sample of the It Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. And I have not tried it, so I think that I need to give this a try. This is in the shade Light Natural, so that's going in my basket. And then for my setting powder, I'm going to go with this Fenty Beauty. It is Lavender. It is a Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. I'd like to give this a try. I have been using the Wet n Wild. I received this in one of my subscription boxes, so I want to give this a try and see how it performs. And for setting spray, I have been using the Milani Make It Last recently, since I did my full face of Milani, which I will link in the iCard for you to watch if you have not already seen it. However, I have this Urban Decay All-Nighter. I've heard lots and lots of people just rave about this, and I bought it months and months ago when it went on sale. So I want to give this a try and see how it does. Trying lots of new things. Contouring is not something that I normally do. And I have this beautiful Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. I have used this, but I have used this more as an eyeshadow palette than a contour palette. Contours and bronzers make amazing eyeshadows, and I'll do a video about that one day. But I want to give this a try and try doing some contour. This has contour and highlight in it. I don't know if I'm going to use the highlight. I might, but definitely the contour. So this beautiful palette is going in the box, and it's such a nice palette, nice and heavy. And so we're moving on to bronzer. I have quite a few bronzers. And normally I gravitate towards the butter bronzer. As you can see, I have hit pan on that. And recently I have really been loving the Milani. But I have several bronzers in here that I have purchased way before getting either one of those, and I haven't really given them a fair shot. One of those being the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. It's just a little mini. Again, I have used this for eyeshadow, but not really for bronzer, so I want to give that a try. And I can't decide if I just want to go with that or if I want to try, if maybe I want to give this a try because it has some darker bronzers in it. So I might add this to the pot too, just so, you know, I can have some options. And now we'll move on to blush. And this is not all of them. I have a few more, but we're just going to pick from what's in this basket. I have been loving, loving, loving these primer infused blushes from e.l.f. and I have been using them quite a lot. I have not used this putty blush very much. That's a contender. I also have been loving these Milani blushes, but again, I reach for those quite often as well. Everybody loves this Luminoso Baked blush from Milani, and I've tried it a couple of times, wasn't super crazy about it, so I think I want to give this a fair shot. And again, if I determine that it's not something that makes me feel good, I will let this go. So I'm going to put that in the basket. I have this ColourPop blush. It's called Wayfarer, and it's a very light peachy type blush. So I think I will probably throw that in there too. And I feel like with blushes, and I know y'all, I know I'm giving myself way too many choices, but I feel like with blush, I mean, you know, it depends on what eye look you've got going on and what clothes you're wearing. So I will probably throw this putty blush in the mix too, just for kicks and giggles. So those are my choices for blush. I bought this Becca Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer. I did not throw that in earlier when I was talking about primers. I have heard really, really good things about this. Again, purchased it a few weeks ago. Haven't even tried it, so I'm going to throw that in the basket. And then sometimes you have to admit that you have a problem. These are all of my highlighters. Y'all. I can't help it. It's highlighter. It just makes you all glowy and shiny, and it's just like a sparkly squirrel that just runs in front of me, and I'm like, take my money. I can't help it. So recently I have been using this Sungasm a lot. Love this. It's huge. This will last me forever. I'll tell them to bury me with that. When I was looking at highlighters, I cannot tell you how badly I wanted this Anastasia Moonchild highlighting palette. I mean, y'all, come on. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. My goodness, my goodness. Had to have it, had to have it. This is the reason that I signed up for Lure. Because they sent me this palette for free months ago. Haven't used it. Had to have it, haven't used it. That's going in the box. Maybe I should try this Ofra. I think I'll throw that in the pot. Alright y'all, and now here's my challenge. There's no way I can show you all of the eyeshadow palettes I have. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes because, you know, why wouldn't I? So now how am I going to pick an eyeshadow palette? I'm just going to look through my collection and pick a few. I'm only going to do 2 that I have not used, and then I'll show you which ones I picked. Wish me luck. Alright y'all. That was a hard choice. So I decided to go with some high-end and some drugstore. So for the high-end, I'm going with the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I've had this for quite a while. Again, this is another one of those purchases where I had to have it and I haven't used it. Very, very pretty palette. And then because I need some color, I'm going to go with the Star Wars Mandalorian The Child's palette for St. Patrick's Day because it has a lot of greens in it. And I know I said I was only going to do 2, but I decided to do 2 more on top of that, and I'm going to do these little e.l.f. bite-sized palettes if I don't drop them. Because they're green, this is the Mint Melt. This one is meant to be. They are so pretty. I have a video where I did a look using these, and this one is chocolate mint. I'll be doing lots of green looks in March for St. Patrick's Day. And now moving on to mascara. I have a lot of mascaras too. I have some more over here. So I have been using the e.l.f. Lash It Loud, and I have been using this Lash Sensational Sky High. Both great mascaras. But I have some open in here that are older than those, and I really should use them. Like the Essence mascaras. And I have both of them. I have the Volume Stylus, the lash extension, and this is the Lash Princess. Because these are the oldest, both of them, I'm going to throw both of these in my basket. Along with that, I'm going to throw in this Laura Geller Fortifying Lashes Eyelash Primer. I love this stuff, and even though I love it, I haven't been using it, so I'm going to throw that in the basket as well. And now moving on to eyeliner. I have lots of eyeliners. I'm not super good at putting on eyeliner. It's a little difficult because my eyes are so crinkly. But I'm never going to get good if I don't get on it. So I'm going to pick a color We've got green. This is Raw Beauty Christie collab with ColourPop. So I'm going to put that in there just because I love this blue so much that I recently discovered in my Full Face of Milani. I'm going to put that in there because we have to have options. I'm going to go with this CoverGirl Exhibitionist. This is a 24-hour kohl eyeliner, and I've used it. As you can see, the tip of it is gone at Halloween when I was drawing a skeleton face. They're super soft, and so when you have mature eyes, they don't tug and pull at your eye. I'll throw that over in the basket as well. And for brows, I'm going to finish up this e.l.f. taupe. As you can see, it's almost done. So I'm going to work on that and get that gone. I don't think that that's going to last me the entire month, but I will report back once that runs out as to what else I pick. And then for lip liner, I'm going to go with these L'Oreal lip liners. I don't know if I can read the names of them because it's so tiny. This one is called Nude for Life, and I can't read the name on the other, but I'll have all of the product names listed and linked below. These are some of the first lip liners that I purchased, and since I have been buying more, and again I have a lot of lip liners, I have not been using these, so I'd like to use these up before they go bad. Once again, I'm giving myself way too many choices when it comes to lipstick, but I have a lot of lipsticks. This was the first lipstick I bought, this Revlon Ultra HD matte lip color, and this is in the shade Forever, and I love this. And since I have been buying other lipsticks, I haven't been using it, so I'd like to use it. It goes really well with these lip pencils. And then I bought this Maybelline Color Stay ink crayon. This is one of those YouTube made me buy it things. And this is in the color Live on the Edge. And the cool thing about this is, so it's a lip crayon. Is in the end. It has a little sharpener in there. That's pretty cool. It's been quite some time. Like this Tartist lip paint from Tarte. It might be Fortune is the color. I've had this for a while, and I've had this NYX Lip Lingerie for a while as well. I haven't really tried these, and I've had them for quite some time. I've swatched them, so they've been open, so I need to give them a try and see if I like them. That'll kind of give me some options depending on eye look and clothes and all of that good stuff. And then I have a lot of lip gloss, but I don't normally wear lip gloss because it will feather and just run. It makes my lipstick run, but again, I'm not going to figure that out if I don't try it. So I'm going to try this Essence Shine 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 Wet Look lip gloss because I really have not tried that yet. I've heard that it's really good, and see if I can't figure out the feathering. I feel like the lip liner will keep the lip gloss where it needs to be, and hopefully it won't feather and run into the little rivers that my wrinkles are around my lips. So here is my little basket. A lot of makeup products to get through in the month of March. Yeah, that's pretty ambitious, isn't it? I may or may not have lost my mind. So I'll be trying out all of those products for the entire month of March, and as I use them and create different looks, I'll be taking pictures and posting them on my Instagram. My Instagram will be linked below, and it's also on my YouTube page. Up in the banner, you can click on that link and it will take you to my Instagram, which is not called Leanna Dalton. It's called Dragonfly Beauty because my name was already taken and I couldn't get it. And I have a big thing for dragonflies. So make sure you follow me on Instagram so that you can see all of the looks that I'm going to be creating. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day with me to watch me shop my stash and pick out all the beauty products that I'll be using in the month of March. If you're new around here, my name is Leanna. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a video. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. And also, I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are. And we are all beautiful at any age. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye-bye. Christopher, do I have lipstick on my teeth? Yep. Look, they've got like a pink tint to them at the tips. Have you figured out how I can keep my lipstick off my lips? You need to get you a basket. Okay, here's what you need to do, son. So you need to, there goes the heat. You need to empty out your tackle box, okay? And then you need to take your tackle box and you need to shop your sister's stash. I have seen her makeup. She's got a lot of makeup. You need to shop her makeup stash and fill up your tackle box so that you have lots of pretty things to try on in the month of March, okay? Be a great use of your tackle box. Mama loves you, boo.